All right, so we're underway. Hoppers crossing to kick to the Hogan's Road end, and Skipper gets the first touch out of the middle. It's taken defensive side by Prismal, who hacked it high up in the air towards the outer side and spotted up his teammate there in Molovas. We spoke about him at length in the early going. He kicks up towards Panai. He gathered it on the bounce, then dished the hand pass over the top. Prismal again gets it at the 50, sets it in towards full forward. It bounces through the defence and through for a minor score. So the Tigers, lively start. The only touch for Hoppers crossing went to Skipper when he won it out of the middle.
Jago's got the big job on Panai, boys.
So wait for the kick in. Hopper's got it now. Short ball, shocking kick, went straight to Harrington. Harrington takes it, snaps over his shoulder, he's put it through. Wow, there's a big error down there in the goal square.
Yeah, Kitchen. It looked like he
Ryan Kitchen, he's
stubbed his toe.
Harrington just stuck the right hand up and it's clipped it, and it went straight up, straight down, and he snapped it straight through a goal. So the first of the afternoon goes the way of Werribee Districts, and they lead by 7 points. 1-1-7 plays Hoppers crossing it to score.
Yeah, good start, wasn't it? That they set up well with their zone, actually, there, Willow. They had a bit of time to do it, but yeah, just took his opportunity and on his non-preferred kicked a good goal.
So back in the middle, Skipper wins it down. Prismal again, dishes the hand pass across to Lee, who's been busy, sells the dummy around Young and kicks beautifully to Panai, who marks 50 out directly in front. And that is
a fair opening couple of minutes.
Yeah, and Hoppers have barely touched it. So Andrew Panai, a chance to put 2 on the Warriors early inside the first 2 minutes. He's on the approach now. He's slightly angled to the left. We'll need to get this started at the left post. I'm sure he's learnt that. That's a good-looking kick. That did not move from the centre. And Andrew Panai kicks his first. And all of a sudden, that is a beautiful start for the Werribee Districts. They're out by 13 points, 2-1 to nothing, after 2 and a bit minutes of the opening term.
Yeah, great start from Werribee. Exactly what Chris Gillam and the coaching staff would have wanted, and it's been one out of the middle so far, hasn't it?
Yep, they've been very good. Skipper with a couple of taps though, but they're reading it off his hands to perfection in the early stages.
Looks like they're willing to let Lee just run free.
Yeah.
For some silly reason in the middle there.
Looks like a loose man in the square, and he's got it again. Oh, he left it behind this time, and now Hoppers can go forward. A high ball up inside the 50. A chance to jump at it is Williams. It clears him, bounced back into his face. Goes to track it to the boundary line. It's off hands, out of play in the left forward pocket. They'll toss it in.
He looks like a jockey, Kev, so maybe they're underestimating, but he can play. Mark my words.
Yeah, no, he's a good player. Yep. Ashland Brown seems to be the one, the Hoppers bloke, who's the running free player in that middle configuration.
At the throw-in, it was taken by McCormack for the Tigers. He spilt it. It came Armstrong Reston, and he was pinged for holding the ball. Matty Dean applying the pressure in defence for the Tigers, who lead by 13 points. 3.5 gone opening quarter. Pokes it short, barely cleared the fingertips of Armstrong Weston. It was knocked out of his hands. Don't think Armstrong Weston actually did that himself. It was more a contact of bodies, but as it is, Lee takes the 50 and he'll march himself to centre wing. He can put the Tigers inside 50 again.
So Lee on centre wing, club room side, Hogan Road Reserve. Goat forced out wide, good kick. Mark taken there by Morrow. In front of his interchange bench, he goes to the little short one as well. And that finds McCormack. So slow build up now for the Tigers. Now the kick goes to the 50, goes inside, pack flies, no one able to take the mark. Viola grabs it, his handball didn't really affect him, and Pizzuto just barges through. And he won the free kick he has.
He'll do that all day, boys.
He's a strong boy, isn't he?
Yep.
Mark Pizzuto. So he's got the ball from just outside 50. He's looking for options, goes short, it's a good kick. Mark taken by Harrington, got the first goal of the game.
That breeze has picked up too, boys. It's about another 10 kilometres stronger, but blown right into the pocket, so he'll have to start this one well left.
So Harrington's going to back himself in for about 50. Comes in, Kicks on its way.
Oh, that's a good
Looks
kick.
all right. It's just going to fall short. It has. Still play on. Skipper grabs it, handballs out. Got it to Young in the long sleeves this afternoon. Kicks out to halfback. Picked up on the bounce there for Hoppers Crossing, but the tackle's been made. Young follows up. His handballs knocked down, barging through Palmer. Handballs over the Musket. They're running out of defence here. Are the Warriors. They kick it to half forward.
It came to Mead. He spilt the mark at the pack in front of his team's interchange gate. It's knocked forward, tracking it towards the boundary there. The Tigers' defence, and it'll be thrown in.
Probably lucky Geordie Mead didn't pick that up. Have a look at the 50.
Yeah, I was going to say, Kev, you can see the style of play that the Hoppers want to get, don't they? They want to get it out the back and use their leg speed running forward.
So 2-1 to nothing. Skipper pushed out of the contest by McMahon, who won it over the back. Short little pass in the direction of Siwek. Couldn't take the mark. He becomes tackler. And now the Tigers can go over the back. This is a kick out in the Panay direction. He takes the mark. Has to run away from Yago. Does. Did he take the bounce? He does. Runs to 20. Looks at the sticks and kicks the goal. 3 to start for Werribee. And they're out by 19 points. 2 to Panay already. It's 3-1 to nothing. And we're 5 minutes into this opening term. This has been a perfect start for the visitors here at Hogan's Road Reserve. 6.5 gone opening term.
Benny Joe goes straight to the bench there on the back of that effort there.
Isn't it great to see a bloke back his leg speed in and take a defender on, and that's exactly what he did. And he took that bounce, and it just created another 20 metres to goal, Pep, and he just used all his talent then.
So in the middle, Skipper wins it down, paddles it back. It's going to be picked up by Paddy. He's wrapped up the tackle, had time to get rid of it. McMahon ran past. He got the kick to half forward. 1-2 efforts there by the Districts player. The ball seen out of bounds, and we're going to throw in for about 70 round from Werribee's goal.
It's a good matchup, Morrow and Viola.
Yeah, both hard at it, aren't they?
Yeah, they'll be good combatants during the afternoon.
It's been a fast start for Werribee, kicking the opening 3 goals of the game. Skipper, uncontested, paddles it down. Dean tries to get through. Ryan put his head over the ball, couldn't take it. In there was Miles. He couldn't pick it up, and the Dean's down at the bottom of the pack where he usually is. And we get a ball up. So 3-1-19 plays Hoppers Crossing yet to score. Skipper just bangs it forward into some space. Dean running onto it. But good pressure there by Miles. Worried him out of it. Was it Musket? And the throw's being picked out. It's going to be a free kick to Werribee Districts, going away with Jaron McCormack at right half back. He goes inboard. A little short ball. It's worked out okay. Went to McMahon. Back to McCormack. Another short one to half forward. It's a good kick. Mark taken by Morrow. At centre half forward, he goes inside 50. Went looking for Panay, too much on it. Running on to Molavas with a good handball. Got it over to Donnan on his left boot. He kicks and he misses near side. So another point there for Werribee Districts. They lead by 20 points now, 3-2-20. Hoppers Crossing get to score.
Yeah, from the coaching point of view of Hoppers, you have to tell everyone to tighten right up. Now you can see what Werribee want to do, just chip it around and take uncontested marks.
It's been a little bit too easy so far. They come out of defence, shoved out of the way there in the congestion by Hoppers Crossing. That was Halloran who nudged out of the way, off hands and out of bounds. Between wing and half forward for Werribee Districts. Out on that outer side. 3-2-20 to nothing. 9 minutes gone opening term. At the throw in, front position was to Skipper. Flicked it down, out the back. It comes out now to the side to Jose, who sets them inside the 50. It's a 2-on-2 contest. Knocked to the front of the pack. Mopping up in defence there is Moody. Keeps it in play, gives the hand pass to Bridie. Moody gets it back. Now they want to go down the corridor. That's good movement. Comes to Palmer. Had the runners running by, instead of held it up. Kicks in the Mead direction. Went up himself, kept his feet nicely. He can run onto it here. He's got a couple for company. Flicks the hand pass back. And the poking kick inside the 50. Searching for the Ferrari. Gathers. Hand pass inboard. Gathered and then brought in the tackle for the Tigers.
Missed opportunity there, wasn't it?
Yeah, just the handball just didn't hit its target in Musket running forward.
So it'll be thrown up. In the left forward pocket, Dean driven into the ground by Musket. They clear the danger area, the Tigers. One-on-one contest, reaching over the top there. Close to the boundary line, applying the pressure there for Hoppers Crossing. was Nathan Williams, and it's off hands and out of bounds. About 60 from goal. Left half forward for Hoppers. Still yet to score in the opening term.
10 minutes gone, first quarter. Thrown back in now. Skipper wins it down. Warriors look to get the clearance, but a big strong 3 tackle there, big gang tackle there by the Tigers, and we get a ball up.
They don't have a lot of time with the ball, Hoppers, when they have it. They're under enormous amounts of pressure.
So again, Skipper wins it down, did well, but still a hot ball. Pizzuto at the bottom of the pack there, diving over the top. Palmer, another ball up. No easy ball so far for Hoppers Crossing. Pressure's been brilliant so far by Werribee Districts. As play restarts, Skipper puts it out into space. Scudamore wrapped up in a tackle. Ashlyn Brown's wrapped up there, coming through there. Bridie, he's wrapped up in a tackle by Scudamore. Another ball up, this time just inside the centre square. That left half forward for the Warriors. Skipper again. Bridie gets it, tackled immediately. But Palmer's kick smothered. Now quick kick inside 50 by Sheehan into space, bouncing ball. It's going to roll out of bounds in the left forward pocket, about 20 round for the Warriors goal.
Got to like the one-on-one pressure of the Werribee Districts boys. They're making them work in a phone box every time they get the footy.
Yeah, they're doing that, Kev, because Wade Skipper's influencing the ruck at the moment.
Yep.
At the throw-in, left forward pocket for Hoppers. It clears the ball, it falls to Mead. He throws it onto the boot, it's high, it's hooking. It's not coming back enough. Just out to the right, first score to Hoppers Crossing. These are behind, they trail by 19.
Great tap there by Harley Weston.
Armstrong Weston.
You
blokes always get his name wrong.
Well, he's got so many of them.
Keep
Keep it down to 2 like the rest of us.
What about, I remember when you called him Weston Smith last year, Smackers. I haven't forgotten about that.
Kev got it wrong last night, said something funny on the previous show as well.
Just call him the hyphen and be done with it.
That's fair enough. Pizzuto marked from the kick in and then used it beautifully out the far side for Jose, who takes the mark. Out beyond his defensive 50, close to the boundary. He signals long and wide. Sets it up there in the direction. Spills to the back. McMahon couldn't get fingertips to it. Great tackle there by Moody for the Warriors. It spills further back. Collected by Brown. Tries to sweep it across half back. Was tackled but lost the football. Out towards Palmer, who sends a high ball to the wing. This will go out of play. It does. No chance there for Kitchen to track it. They'll throw it in. Forward of the wing for Hoppers.
Scudamore and Ashlyn Brown's a nice little match-up too for Werribee Districts at the moment. He's managing to run with Brown.
So Skipper gets to the front. McMahon reaches over the top, wins it down. It was taken there by Scudamore. He was caught in the tackle. It spills loose. Onto it quickly, providing the shepherd there was Sheen. He did nicely. It's still loose. Brown lays the tackle. Now it's at the foot of the pack. Matt Dean, of course, he's underneath it. And it'll be balled up.
It's a hot football today.
3-2, 20-1 behind.
Halloran on Ferrari's a good one in the Hoppers forward line too.
At the bounce, knocked down. It was taken by Pizzuto. Just barges his way through. Goes for the little check side up towards half forward. It spills to the front. Panay tried to gather it. Couldn't quite. It spills out to Palmer. He's got time. Enough time to just chisel a ball down the wing. Cleared his teammate there in McDonald. Was nudged out of the contest nicely there by his opposing player in Dylan Taylor. Seen out of play. Right where we started, we've done a complete loop. It's 80 metres out from goal, left half forward for Hoppers Crossing.
So McCormack with the ruck duties this time against Skipper. It's a short throw in. Skipper wins it down. Pizzuto's there. He's wrapped up immediately by Palmer. Another ball up.
Yeah, just a bit of a stalemate here. Isn't it good to see just man on man all over the ground?
Tackling by both sides been brilliant. So thrown back up there. McMahon got it down though, but it's going to go the way of McDonald for Hoppers. Good handball to Ashlyn Brown. Kicks from 49. Pulled it. One behind. Second score of the afternoon for Hoppers is a point. They trail by 18 points now. 3-2, 20 to 2 points.
They're working their way down the score sheet. Hoppers Crossing. Mead and Brown with the opening 2 behinds. The kick in the Pizzuto direction, just caught behind it, just cleared his head. He goes in to get it again. It's nicely done there by Poland. He hooks a kick back to centre half forward for Bridie. Release the footy, a chance to go forward, gathered by Kitchen. Hand passes back to Brown. He can unload from 50. Kicks to full forward. Skipper's there. He lets it go and it bounces home for a goal. Great finish by Ashland Brown. He makes good his miss just a moment ago. And the Warriors have their first. They're 1-2-8. 2 goals behind Werribee Districts, 3-20. We've gone 15 and a half minutes in the opening term.
Yeah, they're just starting to win those one-on-one contests around the stoppages and that at the moment. Hoppers crossing and Brown running through that midfield. He's got a booming right foot kick, hasn't he?
Yep.
So the streak of 3 goals has been broken by Hoppers finally. Took them 15 minutes to get there first. Play restarts. Armstrong Western wins it down. Not decisively though. Brown tries to get the handball. Prismal on his left boot just gets a hurried kick to half forward. Mark's taken by Molavas. And he's going to back himself in. It's going to be a big kick. It's going to go travel all of 60, you'd think. If it's got the breeze, will probably help him. For his first of the afternoon, Molavas comes in, wheels out wide.
Oh.
Long booming kick towards goal. And he's hooked it just. Got the distance all right, but just a little bit of a hook there. One behind, margin back to 13 points. Werribee Districts 3-3-21, play Hoppers Crossing at 1-2-8.
He wheeled around like Buddy
Frank was, yeah.
With that big arc, didn't he?
He can give them a roost, Chris Molavas. Now the ball coming out of defence.
Why would you kick to a 3-on-1?
I was just about to say the same thing,
Jeez.
Kev. He's done well out.
Searching for Rio, so he had 3 against him. He eventually just wheeled it all the way to centre wing and out of play. And I think they'll take that Hoppers Crossing in the end.
Done it right, got it to
They've
centre
got
wing.
yeah, they've got it at the
They
centre wing.
gained territory, that's for sure. Wasn't the greatest option, Kev, though, you're right.
More good luck than management.
From the throw-in, Skipper at the front, in front of McCormack, spills out the back. Browns again, he let it go for Armstrong Western. Gets through the congestion, kicks to half forward. Poland was well set, but then he was out of position. Dropping the mark was McGuinness. Legged, though, was Hoppers. Bridie goes onto it, kicks to full forward. Skipper's there. Oh, he juggled it and then went out of bounds.
It was easier than he probably thought, I reckon, in the end.
It was really swirling that
It's
wind,
tough
boys.
to judge the drop of the football. He couldn't let that one go through this time. It'll be thrown in.
Young Josh Harris has got a big job now that Skipper's resting forward.
So it's up against the behind post, left forward pocket. Hoppers pressing. Skipper again flicks it to the teeth of goal. Spills out to the side. Mead left it to go for Muscat, and he was tackled. Spills out to the side. The defensive kick goes to Jose. He couldn't take the mark. Gave it backwards to Halloran. Now to Jose again and Prismal. So they work it via hand, but they are not out of trouble yet. Backwards again in defence. Comes out to the side. That's McGuinness. Hooks a little kick back towards the boundary line. Armstrong Western applies the pressure for Hoppers, and they come up with it, the Warriors. Kick to full forward. It's one-on-one contest with Mead. He couldn't quite bring it to ground. He did bring it to the front and centre position, though. Cook ghosted onto it, and he lost the footy and then becomes tackler. They will ball it up at full forward.
Oh, Mead.
And Mead's gone to ground here, but I think he was...
Acting.
Yep, definitely. And he was told by the umpire, none of that. 21 plays 8. 18 and a half gone. Spills out the back. Tigers trying to get it out of their defensive area. Little kick skews off the side of the boot. It's at centre half forward still for Hoppers crossing. Gathered there in the congestion and thrown onto the boot. A snap. Here's a chance for Skipper. Can he juggle it with a second bite? Not quite. Mead applies the pressure. Drives his teammate into the ground.
Every player is in the half, Hoppers' half.
Yeah, they've got the full ground press on.
And Plumridge gets up a little gingerly. It's balled up at the tip of the goal square. Here's a chance for Hoppers crossing at the back of the pack. Great pressure. Slips a little hand pass close to the line. Downfield free kick was paid.
Play on.
They have claimed the advantage though. Unsure there was Siwek. And he sends it inboard for Jose, who marks at centre half back for the Tigers.
So all the plays have pushed back now. So Jose's looking for options. Forced to go long to a one-on-one. Lee's there. Used his body well. Took a good mark. Now he plays on quickly. Left boot goes in the Panay direction. He's one-on-one with Young. Ball spills to the back. Paddy fell over. Now still a hot ball. Panay's still there on all fours. With balls on the goal line. It's pushed through for a rush behind there by Daniel Nielsen. And the quick kick in goes to the outer side and through Sheehan. Has a bounce. Got it to centre wing. Brown takes the mark.
So they've worked this nicely. Hoppers out of defence fairly easily. Sweeping hand pass up the line and they run it inboard. Calling for it there was Matt Ryan. It didn't come his way. It went a little shorter and the mark's been taken by Jordan Cook. Just inside the arc of 50 at right half forward. A chance for their second.
Yeah, good transition from that point, Willow.
Yeah, the quick kicking, wasn't it? It just dribbled over the line and away they went.
So Jordan Cook on his approach, wide out at right half forward to cut the margin to 8. On the left, sets it high. It's not going to make the distance. Skippers there, they're outnumbered. It spills towards Nathan Williams tried to snap it back, but it skews off the outside of the boot out on the full.
His old man won't be happy with that.
Yeah, just off balance a little bit there was Nathan Williams. Retrieved from the car park and the Tigers can go again. And Montalto has it.
That's a bad
Horrible little kick. It comes to Muscat, but it bounced out of his clutches. Comes to Molavas. Wants to go back into his left boot. Did it well. Kicks up towards the wing. It was poorly executed. He was searching for Paddy. He couldn't take the mark. And the Warriors now can monopolise it. That's a poor kick. Was searching for Moody. And it's just out on the full. Turned over. Trent Lee will come up with it. Werribee District's loose man in the centre in the first 5 minutes of the game. And he uses it. It's a pretty ball for McCormack. He's got it on centre wing. Sets it up to centre half forward. A chance to go up. Panay at the back. Couldn't quite gather it. Little kick into the pocket. A chance for the Tigers. It's gathered there by Palmer. He did well. Spilt the ball, still loose. Molavas again, holding the ball.
Geordie Paddy there.
And we did watch this Werribee side quite a bit last year, and he was one who was running around in the reserves a lot when we arrived at the ground. And we wondered why he wasn't in the seniors, because he was certainly an impressive player to watch.
He just did what small forwards supposed to do and lock it in and tackle, and well rewarded, how?
So Jordan Paddy, the inclusion today, he's going to have to kick this from about 50. He sets it at the left-hand post. It's working back. It's going to be short. Still a chance here for the Tigers. Loose ball. Hoppers crossing, trying to will it out. High tackle. And
against Prismal.
It'll be a free kick. At full-back. 3-4-22 Werribee. They kick the opening 3 goals of the game. Hoppers crossing 1-2-8. Ball into the middle of the ground for Moody. That was incisive. There are a couple of free. He's done well here. That's a horrible kick. It comes out to Pizzuto, who lets fly from outside 50. Is it holding its line just late? It spills to the side and then it's off hands and through.
Whistle. That's paid. Yeah, point.
No, it's a behind. 3-5-23. Geez, he almost made them pay there, Pizzuto. That was a monstrous kick from outside the 50. 3-5-1-2, and there'll be a ball up at half back.
Geez, Hoppers need to do some work on their kick-out strategy.
Yeah, that Jackson Viola then just wanted to get the ball moving, but didn't hit the target.
So Armstrong Weston fists it forward of the play. It's gathered there by Williams. He was caught with the football. Nicely done there by Lee. Spills out the back, but it comes to Muscat. Throws it on the boot. Kicks it up in the Ferrari direction. Flicks it over the back. Asks his teammates to run at it. Cook's going to be there. He left it for his team, and he wanted to get it back now. He might do still. It's soccer towards goal. Plumridge. Oh, might have dropped it cold. Umpire let it go. It still comes out to McGuinness. His hand pass was intercepted by Muscat, who dropped it, then laid the tackle. It was high. They were lucky. Plumridge takes the free kick, and they switch it out wide. Kick almost had too much on it for Seawack, but he made it work. He takes the mark. And right half back for the Tigers.
Seawack now goes down the line. It's a good kick. Mark taken by Donnan.
A couple of the under-19s sharing the ball together. Good to see.
Kick to half forward. Mark in front. Good one by Molavas. 2 grabs. Plays on. Left foot as always. Goes to the Panay direction. Ball's not going to get there, but it's a great mark running back with the flight by Jaron McCormack. He's moved it on quickly, kicks it to the goal square. Falcon there. Tick Ryan Harrington misjudged that one completely. Ball still loose. Matty Young dives in, sees it over the boundary line. 15 round in the right forward pocket.
Poor old Harrington, but that's quite amusing, to be honest. But
it's not amusing by the coaching staff, because
it's
it was
not.
10 metres out directly in front. He takes that mark.
So 25 gone first quarter, thrown back in now.
Good day to do it with the live streaming.
That was 7 plays in 7 days, Kev. That's number 1.
He's
Onto it, kicks to the pocket. It's a good kick too. Molovas has taken the mark. Right forward pocket. He's on the right side for his left foot too.
Daniel Nielsen's been their best defender all year, Hoppers, and they've given him the big job on Molovas. It's a big tick in the book for Molovas.
He has. He's been pretty good this afternoon so far, Chris Molovas. Got the 1 point, but been active, pushing up high up the ground.
He's been up the half-back line, so his work
So Molovas that swings it back towards goal, but he's pushed it across the face, through for 1 behind. So 2 behinds now for Chris Molovas. The lead, 16 points to Werribee Districts, 3-6-24 to 1-2-8, 25.5 gone first quarter.
So Nielsen goes short for Bridie, works it out the far side, and they've done nicely. It's taken now by Palmer, and he flicks the hand pass up the wing, spearing ball up towards half forward. And quick hands again, back to Ashland Brown, works it close to the boundary line for Mead, tried to get it back to Muscat, missed the target. They're well set here, the Tigers, but they couldn't quite keep it in play. It'll be tossed back into play in front of the Hoppers Crossing interchange bench. 26 gone opening term. It's the Tigers by 16 points.
Thrown back in now. Plumridge, short ball. Mark taken there by Morrow, centre wing, outer side. His little short ball is a good one as well. Mark's taken, they move it quickly, do the Districts, kick it to half forward. That's a shocking kick. Chopped off there by Daniel Nielsen. Right half back, uncontested mark there. Wasn't a good option going forward there by the Tigers. Move called the play on. Short ball, Palmer marks. Right half back for Hoppers Crossing. And he's forced to go short. It was a dangerous kick in the Muscat direction. Did well. Got Dak though in the tackle though. Still a hot ball to be won there. Now quick handball, got it to Bridie, got it to Viola. Now bouncing ball, Kitchen with his head over it, couldn't pick it up. Comes in now, he's Dean got a quick handball away, but to no one in particular, and we're going to have a ball up as Harrington laid the tackle there at left half forward for the Tigers.
The forward line pressure's been outstanding in this quarter for Werribee. Even Molovas there with his second and third efforts with just a hand in and to put on that tackle has kept the ball in.
So 27.5 minutes gone first quarter. Pizzuto barges away from the stoppage with the right foot banana to half forward. Still a loose ball now. The Warriors tried to come away with it. Palmer dispossessed. Umpire said play on. Dean's going to come in, lay a tackle. And they pushed the balls towards the boundary line there, but Moody did really well. And there's the siren for quarter time. It's been a brilliant quarter by Werribee Districts. They lead by 16 points, 3-6-24. Plays Hoppers Crossing, a 1-2-8. Goal kickers for Hoppers Crossing, 2 to Andrew Panai and a single to Ryan Harrington. And
all right, so we're ready to go in the second quarter. Back in the middle, Skipper again wins it down straight into the hands of Matt Ryan, who lost it. Now the Tigers can come forward again. This is nicely worked. That's a pretty good kick out in front. That's a nice mark taken by Harrington. He's out too far out to score. He sets it into the pocket. Wanted Lee to run back in front of it. He gathers instead, screws it around. It was smothered. He goes in, slips the hand pass to Pizzuto. He missed it. It comes now.
High.
Harrington. Pizzuto goes in again, caught in the tackle.
Panai slow to get up.
Yeah, it's either his ankle or his boots come off. Oh, hopefully his boot.
It's a boot.
Yeah, it's a boot. Thank God.
So it's dangerous position here. Chance, it was knocked over the back. Panai tried to ghost onto it. Lee applied the pressure, but they've worked it out nicely here. Hoppers Crossing, kick up in the Armstrong Western direction. He spilt it towards the foot of the pack. It was taken by Dean. A little soccer up in the direction of his teammate there in Seawag. He gives it to Molovas. Hoists it high to full forward. Pizzuto's there at the front. He had to go back. Harrington got a fingertip in there. Little hand pass flicked out by Riosa. It's still loose. Riosa goes in again. He's got Young at the back of the pack. Close to the boundary line. Pizzuto, did he keep it in? He did, but he was caught in the tackle and driven into the turf. Ball up. We'll throw in.
Around the grounds, boys. Parkside 1 point. Tarnate 4 points.
Ooh.
Sunshine and North Sunshine, 5-1-31, North Sunshine 1-2-8 at Sunny Heights.
It's a thrown back in, short throw in. No decisive hit out there I think we're going to get another ball up, and we are.
And Wyndham 3 goals straight. Sunshine 7-3-46.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see these results at half-time, Kev.
Yeah, the wind's going to play a big factor.
Yeah, it won't be across like this ground.
No.
Some of the other grounds will be straight down the middle.
So from the throwing, Lee paddles it to his advantage. Can't get clear possession. Seawick did well there. Got a handball away. Pizzuto from a standing start just goes
snap.
bang, and he's put it through from about 40. Wow, what a goal. Mark Pizzuto, his first of the afternoon, takes the lead to 22 points. Werribee Districts 4-6-30 plays Hoppers Crossing 1-2-8.
Exactly what Chris Gillam asked for at quarter time, their forward line pressure, and it started with the two smallest boys on the ground in Lee and Swyak, just kept it in. But we all know Pizzuto for his in and unders, but that snapped them from 45 out. He's added that to his game.
And Division 3 around the grounds. Laverton 2-1-13, Sanctuary Lakes 3-2-20.
Skipper flicked it out the back, wanted Palmer, but it came to Brown, and then he's lost it. It's taken by Lee, who wins the centre clearance up to Pizzuto, spills the tackle, wants to get rid of it, and he was spun too many times. He's pinged for holding the ball. Ryan Kitchen, the beneficiary, works it out the far side. It's nicely done for Matt Ryan, who takes the mark, goes short for Palmer, who works it further down the line. It's taken by Brown. He pokes it short for Muscat. So relatively unchecked at the moment. Hoppers Crossing able to work it out between wing and half forward on that outer side. Floats a little kick in the skipper direction, who comes up and takes the mark. Kick wasn't the best, but it's worked out just fine. And Wade Skipper wheels onto the left, closer to the boundary line. Sets it up towards full forward. It's a chance.
Oh, that's a great kick.
No way.
That's not a goal, is it? Oh, it is. Wade Skipper, excuse me. Hoppers with their second, Skipper with his first. And that's something on which this Warriors side can build. 2-2-14, an instant reply. Werribee Districts 4-6-30, 4 minutes gone, second term.
Yeah, you want the ball in your best players' hands, and they got it in those three exchanges then, didn't they? And Skipper was just on the end of it and just used all his class on that left foot then.
Around the grounds, boys, Newport 2-2-14, Yarraville 4-4-28.
So toss back up in the middle now. No hit out there either way. Ashland Brown runs onto it. Floating mongrel kick goes to half forward. Big fist there by the District's defenders now. Ball spills into space. Molivas will be first to it. Couldn't pick it up though. Now it's picked up by Ferrari. Got their handball to Nielsen. Dodged 1, 2, 3 on his left boot. And he's kicked the mongrel inside forward. 50 Mead on the bounce though. Did well. Got his hands away. But he couldn't get it to a teammate. And chopping it off there was Montalto. And he's wrapped up immediately. I'll get a ball up. About 25 out from the Warriors goal. So again, thrown up. Armstrong Weston reached over. Quick snap towards goal. It's not going to come through. Off quick kick away there by the District's defence. It goes out of bounds and we'll get a throw in. So about 30 round from the Warriors goals. They kick to the One Tree Hill end at Hogan's Road Reserve. Short throwing, McMahon just punched it into space. Molivas on the bounce, got a good handball. Got it to Montalto. He was tackled as he got the kick away. Pizzuto, as he always does, head over the ball. Barges through, kicks it to half forward. 1-on-1 with Panay and Young. Young played it well in front there, did really good now. Now able to turn and chipped it out wide. And now the Warriors look to go forward through Cook.
So Jordan Cook with a long ball up towards left half forward. It cleared the intended target there. And now the Tigers can mop up. That was cleverly done. Hand pass comes out the back and a long ball. Might be chopped off by Cook again. The bounce didn't really favour him. He knocked it to his advantage and then tripped over. Gets to his feet again. Prismal dives in. It spills out the back. Panay comes to affect the contest. Tackles Cook, who released the football still. It's close to the boundary line. Tigers still with a chance. Prismal is caught
and gone.
And gone. Well done by Adam Poland to apply the pressure. And Hoppers can go for. That's another poor delivery inside 50. It was gathered nicely by me, but then he spilt it at the crucial moment. It's gathered there, and a free kick's been picked out. He hung onto the jumper there, the Tigers, Jordan Mead.
That's what Geordie does.
And Plumridge will take it in the right back pocket for Werribee Districts.
He's had Plumridge on the lead a couple of times, Geordie Mee, but just the delivery's hasn't been great so far this afternoon.
And 50 metres as well to go with it. So that releases the pressure valve for Werribee. They take it up towards the middle of the ground. Plumridge kicks out wide, coming off the interchange bench. And marking, yeah, was Prismal. He did well. He wheels onto his favoured left boot, takes a bounce, kicks to full forward. A chance hit a jump at it. There was Harrington. He punched it to his own advantage, roved the pack, snapped to full forward. Panai takes the mark. It was close to not 15, but the umpires let it go. And Panai with the set shot from only about 13 metres out.
Yeah, well done, Ryan Harrington. Then demanded the ball and led hard and got a second effort and just his snap fell short. But like all good small forwards, Panai read it well, didn't he?
Andrew Panai, 2 to his name already. A chance to just pop the margin out again, and he guides it through the middle. Kicks it into the car park at Hogan's Road Reserve. Andrew Panai's got 3, and that's a worrying sign for Hoppers Crossing that he's getting on the scoreboard so much in these early stages. Werribee Districts 5-6-36. Hoppers Crossing 2-2-14. It's out to 22 points. We've gone 8 minutes of the second quarter.
It's a great start by Werribee once again, but what they haven't done is allowed Hoppers Crossing to get back-to-back goals. So that'll be another positive that Chris and his coaching staff would be happy with.
A few of the Hoppers' big guns haven't been anywhere near the pill. Reece Miles being one that immediately comes to mind. Hasn't had any impact on the game whatsoever so far.
Might need to get him into the guts. He's playing on the wing at the moment.
He started in there, Pep.
Yeah, he hasn't got near the pill though. I mean, you blokes called him, to be honest.
No, I don't remember.
Back in the middle now. From the restart, Scudamore belts it forward. Moody dodges 1-2 over tackle, but the kick was smothered though. Still a hot ball to be won there. Seawick went in. He's won the free kick.
Great smother by Prismal then.
Yeah, Wiles picked the ball up then. He had opportunity, but free kick unfortunately going the other way. So Seawick still inside the centre square.
He's got Gavin Donnan out there.
Yeah, he's going that way. Donnan marks.
That's Miles' man too.
Goes inside 50. Panai on the chest. He'll kick from 50 on the boundary line in the 50. The old intersection there.
Yeah, he's into the face of the breeze, but Willow.
Well, he wanted to go for goal. He's looking for options. I think he's going to have a shot. Runs in, centering ball, discipline there. Ball's loose, ball spills to the ground, bang, barging through. There was Morrow, couldn't get it. Viola taken high by Seawick, and he'll get the free kick at full back. So 9.5 gone, second quarter, 22 points the margin in favour of the Districts. Jackson Viola kicks to the outer side, just gave a bit too much height on it, gave the Districts players a chance there. Still a hot ball. Scudamore dives in, play on's the call. Variety picks it up, he's tackled. Now the umpire will come in, ball up just outside the attacking 50 for Werribee Districts in front of the scoreboard here at Hogan's Road Reserve. So again, the Rucks go at it. No one contested it. McMahon just tried to paddle it back. Scudamore picked it up, kicked towards goal. Pushed it way, way right out of bounds on the full free kick. Going the way of Jordan Cook in the left back pocket.
Hard to work out if it's Werribee District's forward zone. It's terrific and working really well. Or Hoppers have just been lazy on their half-back line.
Yeah, they haven't looked to switch at all, Kev. They just keep going down to that coach's box side down the line all the time.
Here's a chance for Werribee. Seawick gets the hand pass to him. He was caught in the tackle and for holding the ball. Yeah, maybe a little bit unlucky, but a chance for them to rebound here. Armstrong Weston kicks up in the skipper direction. He let the contest ensue and waited for it at the back. He probably should have gone himself. It comes out the back now, misses the target. They're being forced to work really hard here. Armstrong Weston stripped to the footy. It spills loose. Here's a chance for Seawick. He can ghost onto it and gather it cleanly. He did well to get around Ryan, then got around Armstrong Weston, but was caught this time and pinged for holding the ball again.
Fair enough.
It was out of bounds, wasn't it?
Oh, no, kept it in for a little bit.
Is there donuts there or something?
There is.
Mind you.
Mind you like the cheek of these young blokes taking them on though.
They got their tails up, the Tigers, and that's a poor kick out of defence. It's taken by McMahon, one of the Tigers ruckmen today. Works the hand pass back. Here's Prismal. He pumps a long ball towards half forward. Molovas lets it sit behind him. Underneath it, Siwa couldn't quite take the mark. Maybe it was a mark. It fell into his lap. And Morrow is calling for the ball to be sat on top of his head as well as Molovas walks away from the contest a little gingerly. At the bounce, Scudamore was there, let it go. Molovas comes up with it. In fact, it's Pizzuto. He kicks to full forward across the face.
Morrow
all the way across the face. Out of bounds.
Just with that last contest, boys, they dropped Ferrari back behind the ball and he got Metzello. He's run straight off to the interchange there, Kev. He's not looking too well, mate.
Yeah, he's at the other side of the ground for me, so Willow probably be able to pick him up easier in the glasses than I can.
Harrington shoved Armstrong Weston in the back and it was duly called by the umpire, so the Warriors can clear the defensive zone.
Sort of stretching out his neck, back top of the back area there. No trainers with him. He might be all right to come back on.
He wants to go out the interchange wing. He had a few thoughts against that and then worked it up, but they've turned it over now. Seawake gets the releasing handball, kicks to full forward. Panay, yes! Juggled the mark right inside the line, and he'll have the set shot from probably the most acute angle possible here. But he'll only be...
You have to back him, wouldn't you?
Check
meters
side.
Out.
Check side, Banana.
Yeah, you'd back him. I'm sure he'll back himself. It's 22 points at the moment. If this goes through, it'll be 28. Andrew Panay for number 4.
He's done
Got it. Andrew Panay with 4 goals in the first quarter and a half. He's proving the difference up forward. He's taking full toll on the Tigers' good work up the ground. And they are out by 28 points. 6-6-42 to 2-2-14. And they're starting to hit the scoreboard a little more efficiently in this term, Smackers.
Yeah, they're just, Hoppers Crossing are too predictable coming out of their back line. Not at one stage has anyone tried to take the game on or create a bit of run and carry or even switch the play. They just keep going out that coach's box side, and Werribee has set their zone up brilliantly.
So from the restart, ball in the middle, still loose ball. Kick off the ground to the wing by Donnan, running onto it, Dean, but he fumbled it left behind, but he went back and got it. The little short kick came off beautifully. It landed on the chest of Molovas. He moves it on quickly, goes inside 50 over the top. Panay on the bounce, shrugs the tackle, handball back there to Prismal on his left boot, centering ball, but it's all Warriors back there. And Meads pushed all the way back to full back and taking the mark on his chest.
He's got a bit cold down there, boys.
Yeah, the balls have been down there for a while. He plays on.
GPS is upside down clearly.
Handballs over the top to Muscat, short ball.
The radar will find its way down. Here he goes.
Clears the defence there, and a little short ball inboards. Good one. Palmer, left halfback's got it. Refused to play the club room side of the ground.
No, he's got Kitchen on out here. He won't even call for it.
Yeah, they got a little short one. There they go, Viola. Now Matty Young will... Well, which way do you go? You go the Kitchen direction. It's a good kick.
And Matty Young should be running here.
Pushing up, create the overlap.
No, his work rate.
Now it's a slow ball movement. Now they go back inboard to Nielsen, who takes the mark.
Full credit to Werribee, but they're making them kick over the mark at all times.
Back to Mead. Back out to the outer side again, those Smackers.
Yep.
Bridie. He goes out even wider.
Now this kick's the one.
Mark was there. Now the kick goes to half forward. No mark taken. We're at half forward now. Skipper fumbled. Got the handball away there though.
Oh,
that's a great tackle there. I see where umpire said play on. Now they come out. Pizzuto's got it in the centre of Hogan's Road Reserve. Got a good handball. Got Paddy in space. Now to me.
Oh, great play.
Oh, sorry, Panay. I got the names wrong. Sorry. Andrew Panay.
Mead wishes it was him.
It was.
No, good call, Willow. They just look so dangerous when they're running into space, the Tigers.
But just their pressure across the whole ground, they're all willing, the 22 of them, to just create that turnover, and their ball movement then was first class through the middle.
The passage of play just in front of, in the middle of the ground there before, where actually Werribee had 4 blokes going to the football before a Hoppers bloke was even spotted.
Their work rate, Kev's just been outstanding.
So Andrew Panay for number 5, all in the first quarter and a half. Kicks towards goal, makes the goal umpire.
Oh, he's hit the woodwork.
Smashes into the top of the left goal post. So he's got 4 goals, 1 this afternoon to lead. 29 points. 6-7-43 to 2-2-14. 16 and a half gone second quarter.
So yeah, Kev, we might have guessed Daniel Nielsen could have been the man sent forward to make up for a few first quarter errors, seeing as it hasn't been down
wrong.
there. No, wrong.
Wrong one.
All right, okay. Well, he's down back now anyway. He did start forward at the start of this quarter. That kick goes in the Palmer direction. It's in a dangerous position in the middle of the ground. Coming up to meet it on the wing. Now they've got time and space. Muscat gave it to Mead. Tried to get around Lee. Did so nicely, but then he was caught. Wanted to give it back to Armstrong Weston. It didn't hit the target. Armstrong Weston wrapped up Harrington.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm not sure.
Clip there off the ball.
I've never seen a small forward so angry and give it to the backline players. Normally the backline players give it to the forwards.
There's a Shepherd off the ball here in the ruck, and it's going the way of Harrington.
He's a tough little nut, that Trent Lee.
He goes short into the middle of the ground.
We're
It's
out
taken
again.
by McCormack. He can play on. Floats a kick inside the 50. Panai's there one-on-one, coming back with the flight. Paddy's in the dangerous position. Hand pass comes out in the direction now of Moody. Works the hand pass out to Palmer. He's got Armstrong Weston running by, back to Palmer. Moody lays a Shepherd there, allows them space to go forward. Hand pass comes over the top. Palmer was the intended target. Then he has to lay the tackle on Plumridge. And he's won a free kick.
Yeah, good tackle.
Yeah, it was, holding the ball. So well done by...
Technically, the
Palmer.
tackling's been as good as I've seen in this comp today.
It's been brilliant, both sides.
It's been a pressure game. So Palmer long down the line, up inside the 50. Skipper at the back. It's released the footy, comes over the back. Dangerous position here. Montalto has to go. Did nicely. Worked it over the top and now through the middle again. Pizzuto running through. Gives the hand pass to Scudamore. Pizzuto gets it back. Shrugged the tackle. Scudamore kept his feet and got it back. Kicks to full forward. It's out to the side. Panai and Young. Who's going to be out? Panai nudged Young out of the way. Gathers. He's going to run into goal. He hand passes. Got tackled. Gathers and kicks another one. Andrew Panai's got 5. And Werribee are out by 35 points. 7-7-49 to 2-2-14. And talk us through that piece of brilliance, Gary Turner.
Kevin Bartlett.
Yeah, but it just started from young Donnan running off now across half back, a 2-on-1. He just got it across to Pizzuto and Scudamore. I thought they were going to...
They looked like they mucked it up for a second.
They were ex-teammates at Glen Auden. They knew what they were doing. And they got it, and then it's just hearts in your mouth stuff when there's one-on-one with Panai in the forward 51 out. You get your heart in your mouth for Jack Young there. He did everything right, but it was just the brilliance of it at the end, wasn't it?
Not heart in our mouth. We love it.
No, exactly. Young Donnan just came to the bench too, and Chris Gillam gave him a really big rap then.
All right, play restart. Skipper wins it down, got it to Ryan. Quick to half forward, just the hack forward there, still goes inside 50. Barging through there was the Warriors, but they can't come away with it. Armstrong Weston lays a tackle. We've got an injured player down there. Brent Sheehan slow to get up, holding his wrist, but he think looks all right. As play restarts, McMahon wins it down to Sheehan. Free whistle off the ball. Which way is the free kick going? It's going away of Werribee Districts.
They've been consistent, the umpires, rewarding the good tackles, and we've seen plenty of them today.
It's a free kick.
Oh, they've got a switch on out here. Willow? Yep, there they go.
Little short ball, it's a good one. They run out of half back now, kick the centre wing, bit of a floater. Not good. Pizzuto's there, did really well, trapped it well. Now he got the handball to Lee. He fumbled it again. Did well there, Ryan. Pizzuto comes in, lays a massive tackle there, though. And they're going to come away. Alafreco left it behind. He dives in back after it. Ryan lays a tackle. And they get a ball up centre wing, right in front
Of the faithful.
of the faithful here at Hoppers Crossing. They're not liking what they see. They're size down by 35 points.
The cold wind's not testing their patience. The performance of their team will.
Alafreco wrapped up in a tackle. Umpire said holding the ball, free kick. It's going to go away, Ashland Brown.
Yeah, Hoppers have put Nelson Spare behind the ball now, boys, just to try and stem the flow a bit.
Well, we thought Hoppers were starting to get the upper hand at the back end of this first quarter, but Werribee have kicked 4-1 to 1 straight in this second term.
Sheer numbers at the ball for Werribee.
Yeah, it's just a work rate at the moment.
Staggering. Almost every contest is a 3-on-1.
So it'll be thrown in at half forward for Hoppers Crossing. It was a throw-in that didn't get too far up in the air. They've worked the hand pass nicely. Mead gathers it, throws it onto the boot. Skews high up and under into the pocket. Chance to take the mark there, but unable to. It was Riosa. He juggles it over the line. It'll be tossed in.
You just want to see where this this tap goes. It'll go out the back again. So if you're Werribee defenders, just be on your guard here.
Skipper's just wandering out to be a loose player in the back half at the moment to keep them from that switch. The hand pass releases Palmery, threw it onto the boot and kicked the goal. Opportunistic spiral out of the pack from Mitch Palmer, his first, and a much needed one for Hoppers Crossing. They get to 3-2-20, Werribee 7-7-49, margin 29 points. Boy, did they need that.
Yeah, and it come from just Reece Miles, just his smarts around the stoppage and his quick handball just fed it out. So he's moved forward now. Kev Mead up onto the wing, so they're throwing the name tags
around,
and
yep.
the magnets around now to try and get a spark. Can they get back-to-back goals? That's been their problem.
18 minutes since their last goal. That was their third, so restarts play now. Skipper with the right hand wins it down. Ryan's there. He's wrapped up in the tackle by Lee, but able to get a quick kick away. Matty Dean's there. Bottom of the pack. Can't pick it up though. Ball's still hot. Umpire's going to come and ball it up.
There's another bloke, Kev, we haven't seen much of. Matty Ryan needs a lift.
No, I saw he went into that centre bounce then. Good move.
McMahon wins it out. The hit out. Bang, it's still a loose ball, barging through the Districts. They've done well, got it out to sea. We've got Dean on the outside, uses him by hand. Short ball goes into Morrow direction, marks on his chest in front of Viola on centre wing. So Morrow now, he's got Penai in space. Kick goes in that direction. Penai got to the front spot. Oh, could have almost taken the mark. Now ball spills to Lee, 55 out from goal. Grubbing kick, Scudamore tries to go the fend off. He's going to be pinged for on the ball.
Oh, too high.
Oh, that up.
Oh. Don't bag him. It was their first mistake.
Scuddamore's got the free kick. He moves it on quick.
Oh.
There we go. Karma.
No, I don't think that. I think that was a good call. I think he was caught. He did get caught high.
Yeah,
I think he was caught high before it was holding the ball.
Anyway,
so I don't mind that.
Put it on the full. It's
the supplementary whistle is a bit of a worry.
Yeah, that's right.
So Ryan got the free kick, got it to Ashland Brown deep in defence.
Oh,
dangerous
that's a
ball.
dangerous kick.
Had too much on it. Ball spills back. Morrow's got it now. Handball's back to Molavas. Watch out. Kitchen's coming. Avoided that tackle. Got their handball to Scudamore. Back to Morrow. Handball into space in the Pizzuto direction. You know, he's not his hard man to tackle. He got his hands away. Got it to Molavas. Back to Scudamore. Now the kick inside 50 is going to be a beauty. Oh, just didn't do very well there. Probably should have taken that mark.
He heard the touch.
He
Heard the touch, Willow. So I don't think I think he wanted to just knock it to himself.
So we're going to get a ball up, 40 out from the District's goal. Skipper wins the hit out. Brown just belts it out of defence to centre wing. Brisbane running back, bouncing ball though. Still a loose ball. Going to be paddled over the boundary line, and it is. And we're going to throw in just round from the Werribee District's interchange bench.
So the work rate of Hoppers has just lifted. Then that last passage of play, their tackling pressure has been good.
Needed to.
Yeah, let's see if they can capitalise now.
At the 25-minute mark of the second term, it was knocked back boundary side. Tigers couldn't grab it. That was Matty Dean close to the line. Spills out of bounds. I'll tell you what, that contest a few moments ago at left half forward, Molavas was just lurking in space. He wanted the releasing hand pass so he could unload again. Just never came his way.
Next 3 or 4 minutes crucial for both sides.
Yeah, it really is. From the stoppage, it came the Tigers' way. Out defensive side, Kitchen dives in, ended up upending his opponent there. But it didn't work out so well. Tripping over was Donnan. Spills out to the side. Morrow caught in the tackle. Somehow got boot to ball. Now Kitchen gathers. The beneficiary kicks up towards half forward. It was taken there by Cook. Kicks inside the 50, throwing it on the boot. There is Riosa. It's a high ball. How will it bounce? Molavas is camped underneath it. Takes the goal-saving mark in the goal square. Works it up for Prismal. And now they can come down the line again. That's a dangerous little ball. Had to find its target on the full. They let it go, though. Nicely done by McCormack. Flicked the hand pass out the back. It's been turned over. Here's Ryan. Dodges and weaves his way through traffic. Kicks to full forward. At the back, Molavas. There's a push.
Yeah, free kick.
There's a push out. It's going the way of Ferrari, and he'll take the set shot
against Halloran.
Yeah, he was nudged out of it.
Geez, just a bad kick decision-wise from Prismal.
Yeah,
Then
was.
it's going to cost him a goal.
Yeah, they were out too, weren't they?
Yeah.
The Districts. Yeah.
You mentioned Matty Ryan, just injects himself into the middle and gets himself into the play, makes a difference straight away.
So Braden Ferrari from about 40 metres out from goal, directly in front to string a couple together for the Warriors. That's a beautiful kick. Right through the middle. His first. And Hoppers do get a couple on the bounce. Back to 23 points. 4-2 to 7-7. 27 gone in the second term.
Yeah, we spoke about it. They played brilliant football, Werribee, this quarter, but you look up at the scoreboard and 23 points is not that big a margin for the amount of effort they've put in here.
Riosa in the ruck.
Yeah, he's played the backup role for skipper for a couple of years ago, didn't he?
He's actually a really good competitor in the ruck, Riosa. Not the tallest bloke in the competition, obviously, but a really good competitor at ruck competitions.
Really
Miles down back now on Pizzotto. This will be a good matchup.
He's been good, Pizzotto.
Yep.
So Riosa to do the ruck work against McMahon. Riosa couldn't get it. McMahon got a quick handball out. Still a loose ball. Prismal tried to go off the ground, and there's the siren for half-time.
Geez, that makes Prismal's decision even more.
So at half-time here at Hogan's Road Reserve between the Hoppers Crossing and Werribee Districts, it is a 23-point lead to Werribee Districts. They led by 35 points at the 18.5-minute mark of that second quarter. But now the margin back to 23 points. Goals for Werribee Districts. 5 goals to Andrew Penoy. 5-1 in that opening half.
Third term, it's a 23-point lead to Werribee. And up they go in the middle. McMahon and Skipper to do battle in the ruck. Prismal received the hand pass, kicked the ball up towards full forward. Gathered by Panai, missed the target. It's taken though by Morrow. Kicks towards full forward. They're going back with a flight. Oh, but coming in from the side was Lee. His eyes never left the football. Great courageous mark inside 50 and a chance to extend the lead early again for Werribee inside the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, just out of the centre again, wasn't it, Prismal?
Yeah.
Won it again. That's where you got game's going to be won and lost.
He's not reacting too well in there, the middle of the ground. So Lee hasn't kicked a goal today, but he's got 15 for the season. And that one is always left, a minor score. That's what might hurt Werribee come the end of the day if they can't take their chances. They've 7-8 to 4-2, 15 scoring shots to 6.
Let's just see where the kick out goes there, Pep.
I've got a fair idea
Yeah,
where it
I've
might
got a
go.
fair. Nelson's got he's got the duty of doing this. And you can see Werribee have pushed their zone right across here now, haven't they?
He's looking to the outer side.
Yeah.
He's set up for the outer side. And he's going the outer side. The kick in now. It's a good kick too. Came off. Mead marks on his chest. Centre half back.
Done well to hold him up again.
It's a very slow ball move. Real short ball there. It was good. Well done to the Districts. They're pushing numbers back. Slow the game down. Now the kick goes to half forward. Numbers in favour of the Districts. And the mark's taken by Alafraco or Plumridge, is it?
Plumridge.
Plumridge has got it.
Yep.
He's at left half back. There he goes inboard. McCormack's got it. Centre half back.
Halloran out here, boys.
Halloran's on. Goes there. It's a slow switch, but it's on. Now Lee, next in line. Marks on his chest. He goes down toward, that's a good mark there, taken by McGuinness. He goes back inboard to McCormack. He plays on, kicks inside 50 now, looking for a mark. Oh, Penoy almost, but it's Pizzuto at the back, takes a good contested mark.
They work the angles really nicely there, Werribee, coming down the wing.
It was the kick of Lee, wasn't it? Jeez,
Yeah.
it was first class.
So Mark Pizzuto with a ripping mark. They'll have a shot from about 40 on a 45-degree angle towards the One Tree Hill end.
Nearly in the same spot as Lee's, Willow.
It is. Let's hope he can do a better job. Hooked it pretty badly. So Pizzuto comes in for goal number 2. Kicks it. It's a mongrel floater. And it's going to be rushed through for a behind. So 25 points to margin in favour of Werribee District, 7-9-51 to 4-2-26, 3 minutes gone third quarter.
Two bad misses from two set shots from only 25 metres out. Might come back to haunt them.
Yeah, they need to start putting a bit of distance between themselves. That kick out of defence has got a bit of distance. Getting the spoil in there was Seawork, and it goes back inside 50. Chance for Panai. Molovas comes up with it, gives the hand pass over the top. Flying shot at goal. Skews out on the full. In the left forward pocket. So another chance goes begging for Werribee. 3.5 gone in this third quarter. They've put a couple of behinds on the board. But that's all. Yeah, they need to start taking their chances. So again, Hoppers come down that outer wing up in the skipper direction. It's off hands. Brown roved it nicely, slipped the hand pass over the top. Clever little ball up the wing. Oh, shoved in the back. Surely it'll be a free kick to Poland. He'll take it. It was definitely a free kick. He goes short. And down the line again. So they've got it up near their interchange bench here now. Kick to full forward. Mead's there. Tried to shove his opponent out of the way. Ferrari tried to lay the tackle there. Couldn't quite do so.
Ooh.
Chance for the Tigers to work it out, but they've turned it over here. A kick to full forward. Ryan's underneath it. He has to go against Molovas. Molovas brought it to ground. Taken there by McMahon. They're in trouble. Molovas just throws it on the boot. Panai's going to take the relieving mark.
Saving the day at both ends.
Yeah, defensive 50. And then he works it down the line for Pizzuto, who jumped. Kept it out in front of him and then couldn't quite keep it in play. He had plenty of company from Jordan Cook. And they'll throw it in.
Yeah, their back six of Werribee have worked really well together down there, haven't they?
25 points the margin, favour of Werribee Districts, thrown in now. Brown got a quick kick, scrubbing one to half forward, bouncing ball out of bounds, throw in, 60 around from the Warriors' goal. It's a bit of a slow opening to this third quarter. Just the 2 points scored so far in it, both to Werribee Districts. The umpire throws it back in. Skipper wins it down. Brown couldn't pick it up, but got paddled it forward. Molovas did well. Did the fend off on his right boot. Kicks to centre wing. Bounce. Got too much on it. It's out of bounds. On the full, and a free kick will go to Nielsen for the Warriors on centre wing. He waits for the ball to come back. He's got it now. Gonna go round on the mark. There's always one of Tom's pet peeves, that one. Oh, he had to do that. But the kick goes inside 50. But strong mark in front there by Jared McCormack. Did real well there. Strong hands. And he marks just inside defensive 50. He goes inboard. Sort of kick, big fist there by Nielsen, lands in the hands of Mead in some space there inside the centre square, goes the short ball, but misdirected, and the mark's taken by Josh Harris. Good defensive mark there in front, read it well.
So this is the moment you feel Werribee just need to stand up. An opportunity for Hoppers Crossing to eat into this margin. That's a poor kick out of defence, mopped up by Bridie, gave it to Brown, then gave it to Kitchen, kicks to full forward. Here's a chance. Poland flies at the back. McCormack just filling the hole. Yep. He's in the perfect spot twice in the last minute. He goes out wide for Seaweck. He's been busy. He goes short for McGuinness, who takes the mark still inside his defensive 50, works the hand pass back over to McCormack, and now through the middle for Scudamore, now to McGuinness running by over the cricket pitch, hand pass over the top, releases Montalto, gives it back to McGuinness, kicks to full forward, running back, Panai with the flight, takes the mark against Young, and as we've seen so many times before this afternoon, Hoppers hold it up their end for about 5 minutes or so, don't do a whole lot with it, and then the Tigers sweep it up the other end. And more often than not, 5 times in fact, Panai's been on the end of it, and he can go back for number 6.
Great work by McGuinness then with his run and carry, 3 or 4 involvements, and that's exactly what Hoppers need up the other end.
So Panai has to make good with the set shots. He works it with the breeze, and it comes back through the middle. Number 6 for Andrew Panai. That one had to go through. And he kicks half a dozen for himself of their 8. Werribee Districts are 8-9-57. They're out beyond 5 goals now. 31 points ahead of Hoppers Crossing, 4-2-26. We're 8.5 gone in the third term.
Yeah, every time they look threatening, Hoppers, Werribee have just got the answers, haven't they? And McMahon, 2 timely marks down in their back line, and then that create and run of McGuinness was first class.
So restart, Skipper wins it down. Quick handball, goes to Ryan, he just bangs it to half forward. 1-on-1 there, bounces over the head of Montalto. Now McGuinness, who had a key role in that last goal, he's run down in the tackle by Poland, play onto the core. Went back to Muscat, handball back to Rioza. Quick kick to Armstrong, Weston snaps around the body. He's hooked it too much and it's gone through for 1 behind. There to Harley Armstrong, Weston, 9 minutes gone, third quarter, even 5 goals to lead, 8-9-57, plays 4-3-27.
A chance for Werribee now to bring it out of defence. Scudamore, the relieving kick straight down the middle. He works it quickly, and this is what Hoppers haven't done. They haven't taken things on coming out of defence. Harrington takes the mark. He's got Molavas running forward of the ball. He takes it in front of Skipper. Almost could have run away from him. Instead, he kicks to Panai, who leads up. Mark's just outside the arc at left half forward. He's going to play on quickly, poke it short, and a beautiful pass to Matty Dean, who leads up and takes the mark 40 metres out from goal on about a 40-degree angle left of centre. And that is what Hoppers just have not been able to do coming out of their back half. And when they have, their kick inside 50 has let them down.
If you wanted to put a video together of how to bring the ball out of defence and how not to.
Kev, that is the perfect way. That was like what you want in a training drill.
Yep.
Matty Dean, he'd almost pencil this one in. It's hugging the post. It works back.
Is that goal umpire on a treadmill? Or?
I think the wind had a bit there.
He ran forward, he ran back.
An in-swing there. Like when Kev was bowling down there from this end.
Matty Dean comes up with the goods at the One Tree Hill end. His first. It's out to 36 points.
Yeah, it's just...
could get ugly, boys.
It could, Kev, but...
You're just waiting for Hoppers to do something, aren't you?
Yeah, it needs a spark now. Obviously now they've gone, Skipper's, he's gone forward now. So the 2 big boys, Ferrari and Skipper, out of the goal square. Everyone out the ground.
So from the restart, Prismall tries to soccer off the ground, got a little bit forward. Brown picks it up though, handballs into some space there. Now they run forward through Palmer. Good handball over to Rioza. They go out even and wider to McDonald. Now he goes inside 50 for Ferrari. Got his hands to it, couldn't take the mark. Now the District's defence under a lot of pressure there. Diego dives in. And the umpire's going to come in and ball it up. About 40 out from the Warriors' goal. Trail by 36 points. Midway through the third quarter, big fist there, Ferrari into space though. Coming off the back line there was Donnan. He's been pinged for holding the ball. So free kick, he's going to go the way of Geordie Mead. And he'll kick from about 40 directly in front to the Hogan's Road end of the ground. And a much needed goal here for Hoppers Crossing. So Geordie Mead just the one behind so far this afternoon. So he gets set to come in. To bring the margin back to 5 goals. It's a goal Geordie Mead must kick. He comes in now, kicks on its way, he's pushed it to the right, but it's coming back and he's got it. So well done Geordie Mead. Will that be the start of something for Hoppers Crossing? They trail by 30 points, 5-3-33 to 9-9-63, 12.5 gone of the third quarter.
Yeah, they just hung in there with the good tackling pressure. I don't know if young Donnan had enough chance. He just kind of got the ball and then he was tackled. So they've been red hot on that, but full credit to Mead there. They've matched up both of them on the wing.
So Riosa and McCormack to do battle in ruck again. Midway through this third quarter, Pizzuto overran it, left it behind, then goes in to lay the tackle, ensures it doesn't come out. It'll be balled up again in the middle. 30 points the lead. Certainly not out of reach for Hoppers if they can string a few together going into three-quarter time. They're going to have another bounce. What they've struggled to do today, only done it once, is kick multiple goals. Hoppers crossing. They need that to happen just about right now. Scudamore bumped off the football, managed to soccer it out into some open space. Molovas ghosts onto it, flicks the hand pass out the back to no one in particular. Had to go and get it himself. And now Mead gathers in the congestion, swings onto his preferred right boot, kicks up towards half forward, lands in front of Ryan, couldn't gather the crumbs. And it spills off his hands and out of play at left half forward, right half forward rather, for Hoppers.
They ever need back-to-back goals, this is it, boys, and they probably need two in quick time.
So at the throw-in, Riosa caught behind. McCormack did well, knocked it down, straight into the hands there of the Tigers, but yeah, Alafraco caught in the tackle. So they've worked it inside the 50 now, Hoppers crossing. They go, both rucks missed it, Pizzuto missed it as well. Hand pass comes over the top, chance for Ryan, works himself into congestion, curls it through for a behind. No, he's missed everything. Curled way too much, out of bounds on the full. Just those half chances are the ones that can provide a bit of a momentum shift. Haven't been able to produce much at all today, Hoppers.
Young Harris will go... should go long down the line. His kicking's not his best attribute, but he can get it from A to B.
So the ball's returned. Harris has got it. Right back pocket. He kicks it long. He kicked it a bit corridor-ish, I reckon. But Mead flies from behind and takes a strong mark. And he'll kick from just outside 50. He pulled that too far inboard, I reckon. Need to really hug the boundary line there. So Mead's taken the mark. He'll kick from about 53.
Breeze has died just a little, believe it or not, in intensity, certainly not in temperature.
So Mead for back-to-back goals for himself and his footy club. On his way in. Kicks on its way. He's got good contact. Looks like it's got the distance. Skipper does some shepherding on the line. And it's a brilliant long goal there, the Geordie Mead. Back-to-back for him, back-to-back for the Hoppers crossing. Margin 24 points now, 6-3-39, plays 9-9-63. We've gone 16 minutes, third quarter.
Yeah, I said about young Josh Harris, Willow. He does get it from A to B, but yeah, I don't know whether it was his fault or McCormack in the ruck calling for it there, but yeah, you're right, that kick should have been closer to the boundary line, but full credit to Mead. Nice pack mark.
So what this does now is it creates a little bit of doubt in Werribee's minds, and they've come out of the middle again. Palmer kicks it up to Jago, who gathered it nicely, shrugged the tackle, wheels onto the right boot, hooks a kick back to full forward. Dangerous here. Halloran's grappling with Skipper, lets it go. Halloran gathers, tried to lose the footy, not pinged by the umpire. Would have been a bit stiff. They'll ball it up at the tip of the goal square. Hoppers crossing, pressing. This is what we've been waiting for most of the afternoon. Can they keep it going in the ruck? McCormack knocked it defensive side of the pack. Oh, nicely done. Gathered by Lee. He bursts away from the pack, kicks it down the wing, and not quite juggling the mark there.
Could have left it
was Viola.
Almost. Yeah, it was a perfect kick, wasn't it? Centimetre perfect.
Dennis Turner with us on 88.9 Win FM. It'll be thrown in between wing and half forward for Hoppers crossing. Margin 24 points. Taken by Riosa, knocks it down. Paddy was hit pretty hard in the contest. Bridie knocked it through, and then Pizzuto barged back into Bridie and was caught. It'll be balled up. You'd expect nothing less from Mark Pizzuto.
It's a cat's head.
Or Bridie, too. They just went straight at it.
That's a throw in. It was knocked down by Riosa. It's taken by Palmer. Wanted to give it off to Bridie. Now he does.
There it is.
Flicks it through. Caught in the tackle again and thumped into the turf there by Dylan Jose. And it will be thrown up again.
So Riosa wins it towards the boundary line, throw in. What are you laughing at?
He acts all the time, doesn't he?
What do you mean?
And don't the Werribee Districts fans, I'm
he went
standing
there like he just got shot.
I'm standing in the middle of them, and do they love it when he goes anywhere near the footy.
So throw back in now. Rioza McCormack in the ruck. Rioza. Oh, Falcon in. He missed it. Pizzuto barges through. Barges kicks to half forward.
Oh, that's downfield.
Yeah, free kick going against
Moody.
Moody.
Yeah, it's silly.
So the free kick's gone the way of Andrew Panay.
Oh, no.
A bit far out, I think, Willow.
So he's probably just outside 50. He goes for the
Oh,
pass
great
now.
kick.
Beautiful kick. Lands on the chest of Sean McGuinness. And he'll go back and have a shot at goal.
Oh, that's
Just the little subtleties there. Pizzuto then, he ran at the Hoppers bloke. He was going to have a crack back at him. Matty Dean just walked across and just pushed him away and said, no, we don't do that.
No, he would have done it at Glen Orton,
I've said that without saying.
So Sean McGuinness coming in from about 30, kicks on its way. He's pulled it to the left. It's not going to come back. One behind. Margin 25 points. 9-10-64 plays. 6-3-29. 19 and a half gone third quarter.
Well, this has been the problem of Hoppers Crossing in the first half, getting it out of the back line now with this kick out. So Ashland Brown's got the duty now.
So they have wrestled back a little bit of momentum, Hoppers here. The challenge now is to keep it going, because a few goals from Werribee just makes it so hard. They have won it over the back here. Palmer gets the footy close to the boundary line, works it up the line. Nicely done. Reece Miles takes the mark. Haven't called his name too often. If he can get involved, be a big part of them getting back into this contest in a more meaningful manner. Kick goes down the outer side, searching for skipper. Halloran gets in the way, double fists it out of play. It'll be tossed in at right half forward for Hoppers as the sun finally breaks through the clouds here. There you go, Kev.
Don't complain about it.
That's great.
It's too bright.
Skipper flicks it over the back. Thought I heard a whistle. Allows them to go. Kitchen gets it back into the inside 50. A chance now. Nice little hand pass flicked over to the side by Ryan. There's still a chance. Standing start. Shot on goal. Riosa sets himself opposed. Pizzuto rushes it through on the last line.
They're out.
And then he works it on quickly for Trent Lee. Hoppers 6-4-40, Werribee 9-10-64. It's taken by Alef Fracco kicks it down the line.
Full. Full.
Searching for Seawack, and it has gone out on the full, so a chance for Hoppers Crossing to put it back inside 50. Free kick on centre wing. A long ball in the skipper direction. He sets himself, just nudged out of it nicely. Taken by Alef Fracco at the back. Flicks the hand pass in the direction of Pizzuto, who then caught Jago high. And it will be a free kick to Ben Jago. Man on the mark, 46 metres out.
A hard kick, Pep, into the
Yeah, it is.
face of the breeze.
One of those ones. You have a go, and if it goes through, it provides a huge spark. Ben Jago from outside the paint at 50. Gives it a roo, sets it up to the right. It's winging back. It's not going to have the legs, fingertips to it. It's kept in. Clever little knock back to the teeth of goal. Hand pass to Dean, running through. Throws it onto the boot. Still not out of trouble. Molavas gets it. Called to go. Gives it back to Dean. Now Pizzuto slips over nicely, who is all part of the plan. Gave it to McGuinness, who shrugs the tackle. Gives it over to Seawack. It slipped through his fingers. Trent Lee was there to see it out. Harley Armstrong Western as well. It'll be thrown in. 70 out from Hopper's goal. They're 24 points adrift of Werribee at the 22.5-minute mark of the third.
So thrown in, McMahon and Skipper. Skipper wins it down with the left hand on his fours. Was Kitchen handballed inside, attacking 50. Alef Fracco ran onto it. Got their handball to Plum Ridge. Did well. Oh, made a couple fall over there. Kicked around, high ball to centre wing. Standing under it was Ashland Brown and came from behind, took a good mark. He looks to drive. Hoppers crossing forward again from centre wing, but again, the District's defence pushes back, causing the slow play. So he's forced, kicked it into the man on the mark. Morrow did the smothering. Oh, Molavas somehow got through, handballed over the top into Alef Fracco in a little bit of space, but the ball couldn't hit the target though. Now it's been chopped off by Hoppers crossing. Sheen tried to run onto it, still a loose ball. Molovas lays the tackle inside the centre square and a ball up.
It's gone up a
23
notch.
gone. It has a little bit again.
Both sides know this last 2 or 3 minutes really important.
The goal either way is going to be massive, isn't it? So 23.5 gone now, third quarter. Skipper with the right hand, won it down to Kitchen. He's wrapped up immediately and we'll get another ball up.
What a great tap then by Skip.
He's been pretty much unstoppable in the hit-outs today, hasn't he? But Mahan used his body well there. Couldn't quite get an effective hit-out, but did some good follow-up work. Got it to Alafraco, got a handball away. Plumridge running onto it. Somehow got a boot to the ball, which advantaged his side nicely. Running onto McDonald for the Warriors. Paddling towards the boundary line. Stays in Dean. Tries to pick it up. He's dispossessed. Now the hot ball. Lee's wrapped up in the tackle. And another ball up. Hard up against the boundary line. About 15 round from the Werribee Districts interchange bench.
Yeah, Werribee of Josh Harris is loose behind the ball for the last 2 or 3 minutes here, boys.
So again, McMahon and Skipper. Again, Skipper wins it down. Prismal couldn't pick it up. Quick hurry kick forward for Werribee. High ball. Good mark taken back there. Brown got it, and he looks to go the switch now into the middle. Finds Miles in a bit of space. Runs, kicks in the Rioza direction, but it's chopped off beautifully. Was that Jago there? Did well there. Mark's just outside 50. Too far out to score. Now he kicks to the top of the goal square. Can Skipper get to the contest? He couldn't there. Harris did well. Still a loose ball. Dean needs to lay a tackle. He did really well there, Matty Dean. Saved almost a certain goal. Now they look to run out of defence. No free kick. It's going the way to Matty Ryan. Was that for a throw?
Yeah, I don't know, will they?
Yeah, it was a throw and it was a throw.
Cool.
He was in the good...
It would have been a pass that they'd be happy to see in the State of Origin game on Wednesday night, to be honest.
So Matty Ryan tried to milk a 50 there. Didn't get it.
Has he got the distance in him, boys?
He'll kick from about 48. I reckon he might.
No, I don't reckon
Into
quite.
the breeze.
Not quite.
Comes in, gets close to the man on the mark.
He's got it all right.
It. He's kicked it. Captain's goal. Hoppers back within 18 points now. They trail Werribee District 7-4-46 to 9-10-64. We've gone 25 and 3/4 minutes of the third quarter.
Yeah, they've just worked their way back into the game just through hard work and just Ashland Brown just playing that kick behind. He's taken a couple of telling marks and his foot disposal then just opened the game right up then.
It's one of the rare times he's had Hoppers in space in the middle of the ground, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's playing that loose there down there now.
You can't be too far away from three-quarter time here. Hoppers have done well to get themselves within striking distance. Socket off the ground by Werribee. Goes straight out to the side and out of play.
Apologies to Matty Ryan. Always had the distance in him.
They've kicked the last three. Hoppers crossing. They were down by as much as 36 points midway through this term. They've gritted out the last few. Certainly a show. At the throw-in, it's one down by Riosa. Dean onto it first, dribbles a little kick towards the boundary line. That didn't quite go out. It was nicely done by Scudamore, who kicks to full forward. Chance now. It's well done. Panay applies the pressure. It spills out to the back. It's picked up. Hand pass. Oh, he had Prismal running by. Now Dean, standing start, sets it at the left post. It's to the line. It spills loose. Lee's there in the congestion. He falls over at the crucial moment. Has to go get it himself. He's got Seawork running by. He was caught down in the tackle. And did it go out?
It's a ball up.
No, it's going to be balled up in the left forward pocket.
Nielsen with a big tackle there.
Pressing hard. Werribee 27.5 gone, third term, leading by 18 points. It was knocked defensive side of the pack by Hoppers crossing. Scudamore got first hands to it, slipped the hand pass out towards Prismal, and he was caught as soon as he gained possession. Ball up again. But Hoppers have worked it back to 40 metres out from their defensive goal. Chance for Werribee to get some breathing space, but it's knocked out, and now Palmer can burst away. He's got numbers. Jago lays the shepherd for him, and he kicks a high ball into the middle. Skipper sets himself, goes to ground. It falls beautifully now. A long kick inside 50. A chance now at the back. Ferrari, let it bounce. It's going to slip over the back, and it goes out of play.
Ashland Brown with the kick.
Again.
A long ball inside the 50. Ferrari couldn't quite get fingertips to it, and they'll take the throw in rather than the point. 28 gone third term.
It's just come about because he's playing that loose behind the ball there, Willow.
At the throw in, Skipper knocks it down. Ryan's lurking. Poland gets it caught.
Matty Dean.
Umpire allows it to go. Ryan goes in again. Nicely done here for the Tigers by Taylor.
Oh!
Snap out of the pack. It goes across the face of goal and bounces through. Matty Ryan knew it was a chance. It's a minus score to finish what was a pulsating third quarter of football. 1 goal, 1 for the captain now. And his side is within striking distance at the final change. That we've put up to block the sunshine.
Brilliant, put a towel up
brilliant visionary work by Andrew Wilson as the final term gets underway. There's a big crowd behind Hoppers crossing, and they win the first clearance through Palmer, who hooks it back to centre half forward. Mead was held without it. He's going to win a free kick. Yes, he is. He certainly played for it, and he'll come up with it at centre half forward for the Warriors. And a chance to cut the margin again. He might be a little bit too far out to score. Knowing the man that Geordie Mead is, he might back himself in. I don't think he will, though. He pops it right into the guts. A chance. He wanted them to lead up to it. It's taken by Matty Dean. Gives it off to Mollivis, who thumps the ball out towards the wing. And a chance for Paddy, who tried to keep it in, but then was bumped off the footy by his bigger-bodied opponent. It'll be thrown in on centre wing. Werribee by 17 points, 9-10-64 to 7-5-47.
All important clearance here.
Yeah, first 5 minutes really vital. Poland was in there, got it up to Palmer. Trying to lay the tackle was Dean. Armstrong Weston did brilliantly, just dodged and weaved his way around, thumps it inside the 50, front and square is Mead, couldn't get to the position, falls to the foot of the pack, gathered by Jago, gives it to Mead, runs in, kicks the goal! Hoppers with the first of the final term. It's the first quarter, they've kicked the opening goal, and they cut the margin to 11 points. 8-5-53, Werribee 9-10-64. A minute and a half gone, final term.
Yeah, it was just workmanlike out of that stoppage with Poland and just getting his boot on it. They've made one positional change, Hoppers, at the moment. Viola's gone down forward now. So they're still swinging the magnets around, but we talk about leadership now. This is where the Werribee leaders got to put their hands up.
So back in the middle, Skipper wins it down. Pizzuto's in there laying a tackle. I think we'll get another ball up with Wheel.
Quick around the grounds, boys. Altona 6-15-51. Spotty 11-4-70.
Come home with the breeze.
Suns have a 3-goal lead over North Sunshine, 9-4-58 to 6-40.
So from the restart, Paddy runs onto it. He's tackled, could have almost been legged, got a handball away to Mollives, who kicks a high ball inside 50. They need a mark to Werribee District. They can't. The ball spills to the back. Panai had his jumper grab and he's won the free kick.
Great positioning by the umpire there. He was side onto that.
There was a big tug of the jumper there. Panai's got it, and he'll go back for number 7. And it's an important goal to take the lead back to 17 points.
3/4 time Laverton 6-4-40, Sanctuary Lakes 8-6-54. Who's turned up in the last quarter of that one? Wyndham Vale 7-1-43, Sunshine 10-10-70. Panai just about to come in, and we've got Parkside 6-5 to Tarney 2-5.
So Panai for number 7 from the top of the goal square. He's put it through. 7 Andrew Panai, the lead, 17 points in favour of Werribee Districts. 10-10-70 to 8-5-53. 3 minutes gone, final quarter.
Yeah, they just we asked about leadership, and it was Mollivis then just threw the ball onto his left foot, and it was a mongrel kick, but they just got it down there, and he's just creating all havoc there, Panai. As soon as it hits the ground, he's just got too much leg speed, and a good decision by the umpire.
There was.
Geez, you're on them today, Smackers.
They've done well today, Kev, I reckon.
I reckon the Bootsmackers are pie.
I reckon they've got the email about the tackling today because they have rewarded the tackles.
Yeah, no, they have. It's been good.
McCormack bursts off half-back, kicks up to half-forward for Werribee. Does well there. Seawork, he sold his opponent in all sorts of trouble. Kicks inside the 50. Harrington dropped a sitter. Allows Cook to come in and recover. And he kicks out of defence for Hoppers and finds Palmer, who's had plenty of it this afternoon. And he works the Warriors down the outer side, kicks in the Mead direction, slides in, takes the mark. He sells the dummy around Plum Ridge, then goes short inside the 50 and spots up Muscat, takes the mark, can play on quickly, kicks into the forward pocket, leading up, fell short of the intended target. It's close to the boundary line. Dean mops up, Poland kept out of it. Good Shepherd there, chance for Brown, and he's taken the mark outside the 50. He's got a booming right foot kick. If he can wheel onto it, he does so. Pops it up to full forward. They're going to jump at it. Skipper at the back. It slipped through his fingers. Chance to go in there again. Miles gathers. Left it behind. It's still in the congestion. Well done by Muscat. A socket off the ground. Gathered by Palmer. This would be a way to cap off a good day. Slings it onto the left boot. It's a high ball to the pocket. It's close to the boundary line. Unable to be gathered there by Skipper, and it goes out. They'll throw it in the left forward pocket. Werribee by 17.
It's going to be a game of inches, isn't it? Harrington dropped that sitter, and all of a sudden now their backline's under extreme pressure.
So from the restart, Skipper tried to grab it, couldn't. Dean picks up, got that little handball away. There's a quick kick out of defence. Those are 2-on-1. Brown dropped it off his chest. Seawack did well. Got it tomorrow. Handball over to Paddy in a bit of space. He's off. Has a bounce. A little short ball in the lead direction. He's clean bowled him. Moody got it. Handballed over there to Palmer, to Bridie. They go back out wide there to Ferrari. Handball to Nielsen. Now, poor handball there. Went in the way of Muscat, put his teammate under pressure. Montalto. A free kick is in the back. Your right backers go.
They got you mic'd up, have they? The umps.
3 votes. G. Turner. And then Morrow's got the kick. Kicks in the Harrington direction, but Brown read it well. Took a good mark.
He's had a good second half, Brown.
Brown in front of his own interchange bench. Should be happy. He's on the right side of the ground for the Warriors. So he drives it long to centre wing. McMahon, good mark. Uncontested. Skipper couldn't get to the contest.
Just down the line, both sides at the moment, isn't
There's
it?
a bit of kick to kick going on. So he goes back and where Brown kicked it from, but Rioza got in front, couldn't take the mark. Butters up well, they did well. Rioza handballed over the top. Now they drive it forward, do the Warriors to the inside 50 in the Viola direction. Got a hand to it, couldn't take the mark. Now they look to clear to Werribee. They've done well. A bouncing ball landed in Molivus's hands. He went over the top to Paddy on his left boot. Low ball in the Panay direction. Gathered. Couldn't quite get the handball away. Still a loose ball. Picked up by Sheehan. He's forced with a high kick. Oh, he's going to get a free kick though. Probably lucky there. The Warriors that the Panay gave away that free kick. They're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, it just allows their on-ballers and that to man up and get back now. And Molivus is just, there's 2 back behind the play, Molivus and McMahon here.
So they've paid it a few metres downfield in the end, and Jordan Moody has the ball in his hands at full back for Hoppers. They kicked the first of the final term. Werribee responded pretty much straight away to get it back to 17 points. The kick goes up in the direction of Viola. He missed it, then it bounced. He went front and square, kicks to Miles, who leapt up, overran it slightly, but pulled it in with the one hand, and then goes across the face of the ground. It's gathered now. Hand pass back to Brown. He can finish from here. 45 out on the run. He's hooked it. It's not his best effort. How will it bounce? Left of the post. He'll be disappointed with that, Ashland Brown. 1 goal 2 this afternoon for him. Hoppers cut the margin to 16, 8-6 to 10-10. We have gone 8 minutes in this final term. Still heaps of time. Riosa leapt early, and they will come back with it here. Hoppers crossing, nicely done there by Cook, but he's coughed it up. Diving in there was Paddy. That's going to be balled up in front of Werribee's interchange bench. Just holding on for dear life at the moment, the Tigers. Every goal they kick makes it really difficult for Hoppers crossing. And the free kick, I think the Hoppers players thought it was going their way, but they've won it out. Morrow kicks to the advantage of Panay. How will it bounce against Young? He dodges and weaves his way around, gives it off to McGuinness. Panay wants it back. He gathers it. Can he straighten on his right? His kick was smothered. He left his opponent there, Nielsen. He had to do well. He did beautifully, and Miles sweeps the hand pass to Poland, who works it up the line. A poor kick. Muscat had to go. It was turned over. Montalto for the Tigers, caught in the tackle. Maybe legged. Umpire allows it to go. It's on the outer side. And now inside the 50. Poland kicks up to half forward. A chance now for Ryan. Dives on it. dived on him. Where was Taylor? Umpire will come in and ball it up.
Fair to say it's gone up.
Oh, has it ever? Nelson then, he had to leave his man because Panay was going to put down the glasses, and he's going off now, boys, because he's got a falcon in the head, but it's well worth it.
All right, so Kitchen was in there, flicked it out to the side. Umpires converge.
He got the
Another ball
falcon
up.
before that whole
did he?
contest happened, yeah, because he was staggering around when the free kick was given down ground just before that, looking like someone hit him with a stun gun, and he bounced back
Stunned him into action.
to do that. It certainly did.
So Rioza from the stoppage restart, belted it forward. Kitchen tries to work his way through. He's done well there, Ryan Kitchen. He might get ping pong the ball. Umpire said play on. Got his handball away. Mead came out to meet it. Plumridge, though, gets the ball. He pumps it high. Back to centre wing, and the bouncing ball beats Rioza. We have a throw in centre wing out of side.
A lot of tired boys out here now, Kev.
Been hot. It's been hot footy.
It's just the decision making now under pressure is going to win the game either way.
So 10.5 gone, final quarter. Rioza gets the hit out. McMahon almost threw it out. Umpire said play on. Now the Warriors look to go forward there through Rioza. Kick to half forward, coming out, marking on his chest is Viola. He marks about 50 out.
Well, the breeze has died right down, boys, from what it was certainly in that second quarter when it was blowing a gale and it was about -20. So the sun's taken a little bit of that off it, but he shouldn't have too much trouble from where he is from there.
So Viola kick from 50. He comes in. It's probably a 45-degree angle. Kicks on its way.
He likes it.
It's an absolute beauty. Jackson Viola swung forward in the final quarter. Kicks a big goal there for Hoppers Crossing to bring the margin back to 10 points. It's 10-10-70, Werribee Districts. They lead Hoppers Crossing 9-6. 59, and we got 11 and a quarter minutes final quarter.
Yeah, it's one thing he does well, Jackson. He creates the contest. He leads up at the kicker, and he's been instrumental in this first 10 minutes of this last quarter.
All right, so back in the middle, Riosa down to Miles, couldn't take it cleanly. Scudamore just wrenched it from the pack and then pokes a kick up inside the 50. A chance here for the Tigers if it'll sit for them. Well done by Cook for Hoppers. Oh, sells a bit of candy and worked it nicely down the middle. Here's a chance. This will set up superbly for them. Couldn't quite take the mark there, Riosa. He has to go back into the middle for Miles. A chance to run onto it. He has to be good. He wasn't good enough. And the Tigers can go forward. Here's Prismal. Marks on the lead. Spins around the corner. Kicks towards full forward. If chance here. Oh, Young did really nicely ahead of Panay there. Paddy was in the goal square unopposed. He goes in now, Jordan Paddy, and it's a free kick to Hoppers Crossing. High contact. And they'll be able to work it out of defence through Jago, who's turned it over. That's a horrible error. And now towards Molavas, who marks. And he's 40 metres out directly in front.
Yeah, exactly right. Go back and take the responsibility. Kick the goal.
Chris Molavas.
If he doesn't, he's going to get a spray off Lee, but
I think
in my opinion, he's taken the right option.
Certainly well within his rights to have the shot. He's 45 out directly in front to put it beyond a couple of goals again. He sets it up. Sale, it's pretty good. Just drifted left at the last moment. A minor score. Chris Molavas has kicked 3 behinds today. 10-11-71, Werribee. Hoppers Crossing 9-6-60. They've worked it out of defence. Hoppers Crossing was nicely done, taken by Sheen. Down the outer side. Here they go again. Miles caught in the tackle there by Taylor. It's still loose. Palmer, who's been huge, kicks it up to half forward. Spearing ball inside 50. Mead shoved out of it. There was no free kick. It's still loose in the left forward pocket. Oh, brilliantly done by Viola. Hooks it back to full forward. Almost taking the mark there was Skipper. A chance for the Tigers to mop up. They've done well. Numbers against them. Great tackle by Armstrong Western. And the umpire will ball it up.
They're looking dangerous here, Hoppers Crossing.
The margin's 11 points. Ball up at the teeth of goal. Knocked defensive side of the pack. The hand pass was a little bit iffy there. There's a free kick. And Jordan Mead will come up with it. Who else would win a free kick off the ball? Meanwhile, GWS could be in for their second draw in a row. Locked with Hawthorn at the 33-minute mark of the final term. 97 apiece down in Tassie. So Geordie Mead, this to cut the margin to 5 points. He'll love this for goal number 4. 30 out, slightly left of centre. Kicks it. Again, the umpire made to work with a swinging breeze, but Geordie Mead kicks his 4th goal.
He's gone down again.
10-6-66, Werribee clinging to a 5-point lead, 10-11-71. The Hawks have drawn with the Giants in Tassie.
Jeez.
Back to back. Wow.
I'll take 2 points if you don't mind.
Well, fitness is going to almost decide this game, you know.
Yeah, and I'm gonna still with Hoppers Crossing. They've got all the momentum now. The leaders of Werribee got to stand up, and they're all on ball. Kev?
So back in the middle, Rioza in the ruck, got it down to Palmer. He kicks it inside 50. Trying to get back there was Plumridge, couldn't take the mark. Viola gathers, kicks towards goal. It's a high ball around the body. Skipper flew from behind, couldn't get it. Dean runs onto it now. He gets the clearing kick for Werribee Districts to half back. Morrow couldn't quite take the mark, and he's in a one-on-one with Sheehan, and Sheehan sees it out and we'll get a throw in. About 70 round from the Hoppers Crossing goal. 5 points the margin in favour of Werribee Districts. They've led all day. They throw it in. Rioza just grabbed it out of the ruck. Now he kicks inside 50. Could be holding Skipper. Couldn't take it. Viola flew from behind. Couldn't take the mark. Molovas couldn't get a clearing kick. Still a hot ball. Now can Werribee get a clearing kick? They do. Goes towards the boundary line. Deliberate-ish. I don't know if they play it here. And they won't. We're going to throw in. Probably about 60 now around.
It would have been deliberate in the AFL.
It would have been. So 16, nearly 16 and a half gone, final quarter, thrown in now. Ball's picked up by Palmer, quick high ball inside 50. Montalto couldn't get to it, still a loose ball. Plumridge on all fours, wrapped up in a tackle. What will the umpire do?
He's going to play hold the ball.
He is holding the ball, free kick to Geordie Mead.
Around the stoppages, they're just getting absolutely murdered at the moment. I don't know how many times Rose has grabbed it out of the ruck.
Yeah, they're pretty strong, aren't they? The big boys of.
Well, he said that their stoppage and clearance work would have to be the best it's been all year for them to get into the game, and it probably has been.
It has been, yeah.
So Mead for the lead. First of the afternoon for Hoppers Crossing. Comes in, kicks. Now on its way. Was it going to swing back? It might have been touched. I don't think it was. Time. It's a goal. Hoppers Crossing in front by a point. Jordan Mead with goal number 4 as they lead now by 1 point is 11-6-72 to 10-11-71. 17 and a half gone final quarter.
Yeah, what a game we've got here. Who would have thought halfway during that third quarter when they got out to a 30-odd point lead, but full credit to Hoppers Crossing. They are getting absolutely smashed out of the middle.
Only 17 and a half gone in the final terms. There's still plenty of time as they win it out of the middle. They've well set at centre half back, and here's a chance. Paddy's going to run onto it on the outer side if it'll sit for him. It does. He wants to cut back inside onto his right boot, kicks inside to 50. It was pretty well placed. Waiting at the back there was Jose.
Yeah, he's got to make a contest.
He just waited for it, and Brown was perfectly placed. He took the mark, and he can put them out of defence. Nicely done there by McDonald. He took the mark and sends it up towards half forward. Beautiful grab.
Where have these blokes been all day?
Taken there by Moody. Pokes a kick up to half forward. Here's Reece Miles. Dodges and weaves his way around. Takes a bounce. He can run to 40 and he can finish. No, he hooked it left.
He had Ferrari on. He's still got his hands up in the air.
Hamina scored a Reece Miles. Hoppers by 2 points. 18 and a half gone. Final term 11-7 to 10-11.
You have to pick a move, or the move to Ashland Brown onto that half-back line's been the one.
So McGuinness.
It's where they've just got to slow the game down a bit and control the footy. The first time they've had a chance to do it.
And McCormack gave it off to teammate there, and now
lead up.
Morrow takes the mark, floats the kick up towards Ford Nielsen. Had to contend with the floating ball in midair, judged it nicely and took the mark. Plays on quickly, sends a high ball down the wing. That is poorly executed in the end. Riosa was out of position and they work it via hand. Halloran goes to inside the middle of the ground by McGuinness, works it inside to Pizzuto, who we haven't seen much of him. He was hold on to. I'm not sure what the umpire thought there. He's going to play holding the ball. He didn't play on, did he?
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Yeah,
Well,
he
the
did.
umpire certainly thought he did.
Never let go of his jumper.
Straight across at it, then he played on.
All right, Ben Jago comes up with it. He works it across the far side. Nice kick. And short again for McDonald, who releases it out to left half forward. It's taken again. A chance here by Ryan inside 50 for Mead, who marks tied up against the boundary line, but only 45 metres out.
It's a funny game, isn't it? All of a sudden they're hitting targets at 1,000,000 miles an hour and blokes are taking marks. They were dropping in the first quarter and the second quarter. Blokes are running quicker than they have all day.
Just see, Pizzotto then, he just got caught up in the moment, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And look, he went to play on. If he'd got away with it, he would have run, but he didn't get away. They didn't realise how. I think he was probably hoping to get up off the ground a bit quicker.
Jordan Mead for 6. It just slides across the face.
In the battle of the small forwards as well, isn't it?
What a great contest. Well,
We're into time on now in the final term. The kick out was for the Molavas direction. He couldn't take the mark and it spills out of play. So they're not giving an inch at the moment. Hoppers crossing and they lead by 3 points, but by no means are Werribee out of it if they can string a passage of play or two together. It'll be tossed in on the wing. Skipper works his way to the front, knocks it down to Palmer. He didn't take possession. Instead, he knocked it to the advantage of his teammate. It's taken at the back there by Taylor for Werribee Districts. He did well. The kick down the wing.
Brown.
They have to jump at it. Brown had it knocked out of his clutches and over the line.
Tell you, Palmer's been terrific in this last quarter, hasn't he?
He's been good all day.
He's been very good all day. So on centre wing, it will be thrown back in. Hoppers by 3 points.
So 3 points the margin. 21.5 gone, final quarter. Thrown in. Miles couldn't pick it up. Goes in again, got the handball away to Muscat. His kick smothered. Still hot ball. Lee running onto it. Gathers running away from his own goal. Turns back on his left foot. Turns back inside. Won the free kick though. Lucky. So he's got the free kick in front of his interchange bench.
Yeah, no, that was high. I know Lee's neck's not very high off the ground, but that was high.
He goes with a short ball. Seawack.
They've just stopped their run, haven't they?
Yeah, they
Hoppers.
have.
That's
a shocker. Miles couldn't take the mark. Morrow tries to go in. McMahon picks it up. Got a little handball back to Dean. It's a hurried kick though. Armstrong Weston couldn't take it.
there's a goal.
Split the gap there. There's a quick handball. Molavas runs into
what's he doing?
runs to 40. Handballs over the top to Paddy. He got his head ripped off. Ashland Brown came in too aggressively. He's given away the free kick. It was a 6'5" bloke versus a 5'2" bloke.
Molavash needed to have the shot, though.
I don't know. He was like a deer with headlights on him, didn't he? He didn't know what to do. He took a bounce.
I don't know why he took a bounce.
Yeah, I don't know.
So he got the free kick. Geordie Paddy's going to kick from 30. Not much angle to speak of. Big kick for the district. Kicks on its way.
It's home.
He's put it through. Geordie Paddy gives Werribee Districts the lead again by 3 points. 11-11-77 to 11-8-74. 23 minutes gone, final quarter.
That we said they needed another goal, and they just got it through, bounces and just
the bounce was
scrubbing
unbelievable.
the ball forward. It wasn't pretty, but in the end result they got it, and now can they get another one or hold on to this lead? There's some close games around the ground, Kev.
Yes.
That is a final score too.
You just sent me one, did you?
Yeah. I didn't send the score, but the result.
Deer Park by 6 points.
Yeah.
All right, so Palmer wins the clearance, but Matty Dean off half-back can put the Tigers back into attack.
Good
Kicks
mark.
Pizzuto for Pizzuto, who this time he's not playing on. He puts both hands in the air and says, I'm not going anywhere. Kicks in the Lee direction, who takes the mark inside the 50.
That's where you slow the game down,
Yeah,
isn't it?
have a shot.
Now, boys, I'm told the Newport Yarraville game was abandoned. during the second quarter. So we won't be finding out much about that tonight because we won't be hearing from Newport. I don't know what the circumstances are.
Trent Lee, that was a terrible option. Wanted to give it to Morrow short.
It's one of his only mistakes
on
for the
full
day.
Yeah, and Skipper now. 24 and a half gone in this quarter. That's a dangerous ball, but it works out okay. It's taken by Sheehan at fullback. He's got Young running across halfback. He takes it. He wants to go against Panai, who was closing. That's a good ball up the line for Jago. Takes the mark on centre wing. The challenge has been thrown fairly and squarely back to Hoppers Crossing.
O'Halloran down the line.
Trailed by 3 points. Back inboard for Armstrong Western. Pumps it long inside the 50. A chance for the Fords to fly. They do. Great defensive mark taken by the Tigers there. Yeah, it's McCormack.
He's got to try and hit a
That's a
target
match-winning
here,
mark.
boys.
Yeah, got to
He's
keep
got to hit a
possession.
target.
McMahon was barking for it down the outer side. Floats back at it, fisted away from him. Here's a chance now. Taken there
great
by Sheehan again. It was partially smothered. Molavas mops up at halfback, slips the hand pass across. It's taken by Lee. Feeds a little ball down the wing for Pizzuto, who on hands and knees used it beautifully. He won the free kick, but they've claimed the advantage, throwing it onto the boot. Here's a chance for Paddy. One-on-one contest against Muscat. Muscat flipped it back to Nielsen. Nielsen's hand pass wasn't great, and Brown did brilliantly. Took it at half-back and pumped them up to half-forward. 3 against 1. The Tigers surely will come up with it. Jago applies the pressure close to the boundary line. Hand pass releases. Molavas, who gathered it on the first take and kicked the lead. And Poland came at the line and punched. That's it. It's a short quarter. And Jordan Paddy's goal with a minute or 2 to go has put the Districts 3 points up, and they hold on. They led by 36 points midway through the third quarter, but the Hoppers Crossing side came storming home through the agency of Geordie Mead, who kicked 5 goals for the afternoon, but it wasn't enough. You'd think that would sew up a spot in the 5 for Werribee, while Hoppers Crossing's fate in the top 3 is clinging by a much smaller thread than